Morning, kids. Today's story is What If You Had Animal Eyes? So, we already read What If You Had Animal Ears by Sandra Markle, and this is also by Sandra Markle, and the pictures are by Howard McWilliam. So, as you know, this is a series of books that I really enjoy, and guess what? They are all available at the Scholastic Book Fair right now, which is online. So, if you're interested in these books, they're selling a couple of them on their own, but you can also get the whole package of all of them. Um, so that's kind of a cool thing. So, what if you had animal eyes? By Sandra Markle, illustrated by Howard McWilliam. What if one day when you woke up, the eyes on your face weren't yours? What if overnight a wild animal's eyes took their place? Chameleon. Look at that. Look at those chameleon eyes. Wow. Now let's read about them. Chameleon. A chameleon's eyes stick out like twin telescopes. These cone shaped bumps are actually fused together eyelids that are open just enough to peek through. This limits the chameleon's view, but these eyes can do something very tricky. Each eye moves separately. That way, the chameleon can look for prey, such as crickets, in two directions at once. Fact, when a chameleon spots prey, it focuses both eyes on it. This way, it doesn't miss catching a meal. If you had chameleon eyes, you could look around the toy store fast to find exactly what you wanted. Look at how cool those eyes look. Wow. Golden eagle. A golden eagle has laser sharp vision. This bird can see up to 8 times better than most people. It can also spot its prey up to 2 miles away. In a flash, the golden eagle can shift its eyes from focusing on something far away to something up close. This is perfect for keeping an eagle eye on and catching a fast hopping rabbit. Fact: a golden eagle's eyes have a third eyelid that sweeps across the eyes like windshield wipers, keeping them clean. If you had golden eagle eyes, you could sit up high in the stadium and still see the football game. Dragonfly. A dragonfly's eyes are huge. They have to be because each dragonfly eye has up to 30,000, that's a lot, tiny lenses. A human eye only has one lens. Scientists aren't sure how a dragonfly's brain creates images from all of those lenses, but they do believe having so many lenses lets the dragonfly spot movement very quickly. That's how a dragonfly can see a flying mosquito in time to catch it. Fact: a dragonfly has 3 small extra eyes that help guide its flight path by sensing bright light and shadows. That's a really cool picture, too. If you had dragonfly eyes, you would be a star reporter because you would never miss any of the action. Clouded leopard. A clouded leopard's eyes have a special mirror-like layer at the back. This layer reflects light back through the retina, the part of the eye packed with light-sensing cells. This helps the clouded leopard see well in the dim light at nighttime. That mirror-like layer is also what makes the clouded leopard's eyes seem to glow. Fact: the clouded leopard has slit-shaped pupils, openings where light enters the eye. These can expand about 100 times to let more light in. A human's round pupils only expand about 10 times. So they've got some pretty amazing eyes. If you had clouded leopard eyes, you'd never be surprised in a dark haunted house. Bullfrog. A bullfrog, and here's a picture, bullfrog. A bullfrog's eyes are on the top of his head, so the frog can hide underwater and still watch out for enemies. Its eyes are also wide apart. That way, a bullfrog can see nearly all the way around itself without turning its head. But these eyes help a bullfrog do more than just see. When a bullfrog swallows, it closes its big eyes. Its eyes sink down through the openings in its skull and help push the meals down its throat. Fact, a bullfrog's eyes each have a third see-through eyelid. When a bullfrog dives underwater, these eyelids slide over its eyes, the perfect built-in swim goggles. If you had bullfrog eyes, a blink would help you swallow a big bite of food. Four-eyed fish. A four-eyed fish really has only two eyes, but each eye has two different parts. Each of these four-eye parts has its own pupil. This fish keeps half of each eye underwater, looking for the insects and smaller fish it eats. It keeps the other half of each eye above the water, watching for birds and other predators that are after a fish dinner. Fact, four-eyed fish usually travel in groups called schools, so there are always lots of eyes watching in every direction. If you had four-eyed fish eyes, you could read while riding your bike and never take your eyes off the road. One pair of eyes would be reading, and one pair of eyes would be watching in front of you the road. Pretty cool. Yellow mongoose. A yellow mongoose's eyes have rectangular pupils. These give it a very wide view of its world. That means the mongoose can easily spot insects and lizards to catch and eat. It also keeps watch for hunters such as jackals sneaking up from the far left or right. When there is danger, its special eyes also help it spot escape routes. The yellow mongoose is mainly active during the daytime when it can see the best. Fact, to see farther and peek over bushes, the yellow mongoose stands up tall on its hind feet. If you had yellow mongoose eyes, you'd always win at laser tag. That would be pretty fun. Colossal squid. I love this one. A colossal squid has the biggest eyes in the world. Each eye is as big as a soccer ball. Oh my goodness, how big is a soccer ball? Like this big, maybe? That's amazing. Could you imagine that big of eyes on your head? At the back of each eye is a part that produces its own light. It's like having built-in flashlights that are always on and glowing brightly. This makes it easy for the colossal squid to find fish to eat, even though it lives deep down in the ocean where it's always dark. Fact, scientists cannot take photos of living colossal squid because they live so deep underwater. Our closest peek is seeing their cousin, the giant squid, but their eyes can't produce light. If you had colossal squid eyes, you could go on nighttime hikes without a flashlight. Look at those humongous eyes. Those are really big. Llama. A llama has black bubble-like crystals that form a fringe at the top and bottom of its pupils where light enters the eyes. In bright sunlight, these crystals turn into bands that stretch across the pupils. These bands block so much light from entering the llama's eyes that it's like having built-in super dark sunglasses. A llama's thick, bushy eyelashes also make great sunshades. Fact, a llama's extra long eyelashes let it feel when it is getting close to something so it doesn't get poked in the eye. If you had llama eyes, you would not be blinded by the bright spotlights during your big solo. Desert horned viper. A desert horned viper's eyes have clear eyelids that do not open or close. That means this snake can't blink to clean its eyes, but it doesn't need to. Its eyes work like safety goggles. Because it lives in hot deserts, the viper usually waits until it's cooler at night to go hunting. Then the snake's slit-shaped pupils open wide so it can find a mouse or a lizard for dinner. Fact, each time a desert horned viper sheds its scaly skin for a new one, it gets new clear eyelids too. If you had horned viper eyes, you wouldn't need safety goggles to do science experiments. Pretty cool, huh? Wild animal eyes could be fun for a while, but you don't need your eyes to light the way or to look in two directions at once. And you never use your eyes to spot something 2 miles away that you have to catch for dinner. And don't use them to help you swallow your dinner either. So if you could keep wild animal eyes for more than a day, which kind would be right for you? Luckily, you don't have to choose. Your eyes will always be people eyes, and they'll be exactly what you need to read books, check out the stars at night, and see the people that you love all of the time. And then at the end, it always has this little informative part that I really like about it. What's special about your eyes? Your eyes work with your brain to help you see. Light enters your eyes through your pupils, which are those black spots in the center of the colored part of the eye, the iris. Your eyes work best when the amount of light entering your eyes is just right. In bright light, your pupils get smaller to protect your eyes, and in dark light, your pupils get wider to help you see better. Here are some tips for taking care of your eyes. Be careful to keep anything, even your fingers, from touching your eyes. Wear glasses if you need them to help you see better. Wear protective eyewear during sports activities and science experiments. Wear sunglasses when you're outside, even if it's cloudy, and have regular checkups with an eye doctor. So those are fantastic. This is a fantastic book and a fantastic series, and I will talk to you later today. Bye.